Hey, Kyle.
That's an adorable hedgehog.
That is a cute hedgehog.
It's also probably the only, like, somewhat true-to-life depiction of a hedgehog in all of the Sonic series.
Yeah, the Sonicverse.
We didn't really point that out before.
The Sonicon.
The Necrosonicon.
Hedgeha Sonicon.
I hesitate to call it a joke, but I had this, like, running thing with myself when we recorded,
When we recorded what?
I think I fucked up. This is the wrong file.
Oh, you didn't log into Japanese, Kyle?
No, it's the same. I used to have one that was on the hard drive and one that was on the cloud save.
Yep.
But... Or maybe this just ended up... I thought I moved my cloud save file back onto the hard drive.
Yeah.
But maybe the cloud save was the older one.
It looks right.
I guess in
in
losing my cloud save file, I lost my good Sonic Unleashed file.
Looks like you're one level behind.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You had a running thing.
Oh, it was like this thing with myself. We did the recording for the Sonic Chronicles episode.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I think I just like named the file like Sonic Chronicon.
Yeah.
And then like
we talked about that in the episode for about an hour and a half.
I guess that's what it was. We talked about that, and then every time I made a new file, it just kept getting longer and longer and longer until I think if you go back to one of the like the YouTube tags, I think the episode is tagged with like Necrosonic Chroniconicon or something like that.
That's fun. You're fun.
Oh god, it was just a great time.
You're one of those fun guys, huh?
You know, I like to enjoy myself.
Yeah. I'm glad we figured out what we're supposed to be doing.
There are just certain games where it's just like it doesn't matter. Like we can't be interesting or funny or anything like no matter what. And I feel like Sonic Unleashed is one of those games.
Sonic Unleashed, is that that might be like the only one.
No, there's Sonic 06.
No, we can be interesting and fun.
Nope.
We run out of steam really quickly.
Yeah.
But it still can be fun.
I think it's the silver levels more than anything.
Yeah, with Sonic 06, there's a lot of drudgery, but we're still capable of having fun. I'm not capable of having fun with Unleashed.
Okay, by the way, just want to point this out.
Yeah?
Someone was like, nuh-uh, you can totally pick the direction that you go in when you hit these, like, shooty things, and Unleashed, you totally can't. So
I think some of them you can,
You're wrong,
right?
whoever that person is. There's only one kind that you can do it.
It looked like you just did that.
Because I remember someone...
Wait, hold on. It looked like you just got it right.
What are you talking about?
Because you went into it, and then you shot out forward instead of down. How'd that happen?
Because I pushed the button it was asking me to push.
Oh, okay.
It only has two directions. It has go and fall out of it.
Oh, okay.
And then he changed it in colors.
Okay.
In colors, you could like point in any direction and then go.
Still a great song.
Yeah, that's great. This is clearly the best level in the game.
Yeah. Which they don't always actually do that.
I feel like they hit most of them. Like you're talking about like Generations level selection.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like there are any glaring mistakes.
No. But they.
You gonna say something?
I was thinking like what. I know there's nothing bad. Like they didn't pick any levels that I was like, oh, this is bad, except for Crisis City, but that's unavoidable. Picking a bad level from Sonic 06.
Crisis City.
Yeah.
They probably did. I don't know. What could they have picked from Sonic 06?
They had nothing. They couldn't.
Right. Like the lava stuff was pretty much all Sonic 06 had. That wasn't just like a straight ripoff of other Sonic game levels, anyways.
What they should have done was not made that game.
Yeah. That's probably where the direction they should have gone.
Yeah. Or done that weird teleport puzzle.
Oh, you know what?
I
kept thinking about how I understand why you would pick City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2 because it's the one everybody knows and it has the song and it's San Francisco, so it looks really neat. But Metal Harbor is probably the best level.
That's
in that game.
true. Metal Harbor,
and the music is great.
Yeah. Or anything with a Knuckles rap in it.
Oh, man. You know what? They should have had at least one of those songs as unlockable tracks in this game. I don't think they had any of them.
Or not in this game.
Right.
In Generations.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But we're at the point where it looks the same.
It does.
Yeah. Like, this is basically the same technology.
Yeah, but even still, I think they managed to take this level and make it even better.
They kind of made it their own, yeah.
They were able to really
They take their own level and made it their own again.
Yep. I think they really rocked it.
Like a good cover of a song, but by the same band.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why you're so mad about the day parts of this game.
I don't like the way that they play.
But they play almost exactly the same as Generations.
Yeah, not super into that either. I love all the parts because Generations doesn't really have a lot of 3D stuff in it.
It does.
Like, even the modern levels are a lot of 2D stuff.
I guess. Sorry, I was trying to press. I was trying to hit the analog stick to switch like you do in Generations.
Yeah.
That's the danger of going back and forth between these games. They play differently.
Yep.
This one, the homing attack is on the X button.
That's wild.
I think they were just trying to make it seem like you were being more active on the buttons instead of just pressing nothing but A button over and over again.
Right. That would make sense if it wasn't kind of obnoxious.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. I think their trick worked on me. I do feel like I'm being more active.
Yeah, I'm good.
I am good. Then remember this?
Yeah.
Remember these RPGs?
Yep.
Remember when I was at level 23 in combat?
Yeah, like a monster.
I maxed out some of these. I'm actually a little disappointed that I lost progress.
Yeah, that might be a real bummer for you. In this game
was
that
a
you're always
bummer.
going back to.
If we lost the footage of us playing against the final boss in this game, I would have had to go back and beat the game again.
Not the whole thing.
I would have to get up to that boss again.
Yeah, but there's only like one piece left to put back in.
Yeah, but it's a night level. That's like 45 minutes. And I would have to
man.
go through Eggman Land.
Oh man, I forgot about Eggman Land.
Eggman Land is fucked up.
Yeah, that's a really bad level.
That was a 2-part episode level.
It was one level that took 2 episodes.
Think about that.
Think about it in your head, how long that is. Too long? Too long. Continue, Kyle.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, we're done, I guess. We're done here.
No, I think we probably should play a Werehog level.
Why? There's no Werehog level in Generations, and we both hate them.
But we just need to remember, it's about going back and
But
seeing
you
the
remember
game
that we
again.
deleted footage of us doing a night level because of how boring it was for us trying to come up with anything to talk about slogging through that.
No, we just lost it.
Did we?
I think so.
It wasn't one of the stuff that we lost?
I thought it was.
I don't know.
Maybe I just deleted it and convinced myself I didn't, like a psychological thriller.
Yeah, you're like Stephen King's book, The Dark Half. I think that's what that's called.
Let's just do the first one.
Yeah.
I started watching Breaking Bad again.
I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
it's all right.
Thanks for stepping over my Breaking Bad thing.
I'm sorry. We can talk about Breaking Bad after we talk about Game of Thrones, or we can do it the other way around.
That's super weird. No, fine. Talk about Game of Thrones now. Apparently you want to talk about it so
Well,
bad.
because fucking people tore me to pieces for being like, I don't want to do that. And then I
Yeah.
watched it, and it, like, wasn't for me, like I thought.
You only saw one episode.
Yeah, I saw the first episode. It's an hour of it. That's half a movie. I don't know. I don't like hard fantasy. It's not fun for me to watch that. It was good. Like, I'm committed to watching the first season,
Okay.
and it's definitely like really well made. It's just not a genre that I like.
I just don't understand you, Keith. I wish I understood.
It's like dark and muted. Like, why are you gonna have a fantasy setting if you're not gonna have anything? If you're gonna like make it real, like it might as well be like a cop procedural for how much.
Because it allows you to view human nature without doing it with like in the confines of like the real world.
But
So
it
it's
is in
like-
the confines of real world. That's why it's hard.
No,
fantasy.
but, like-
it's like believable characters with believable things happening.
Right.
The only anything
Because it's like you don't have to worry about real world nations or ideas that are like it's like you don't have any of like the baggage of like
Yeah.
the actual political landscape of the real world.
Right.
So it's like it gives you it's like a better, you know what I'm saying.
No. I kind of know what you're saying. You're saying that you like how they can talk about politics without you having to learn anything about real politics.
No.
No? What are you saying?
I don't really know how to explain it better than I already did.
But, well, because it's Game of Thrones, it's like fantasy, right? It's like a fantasy. But
I don't
might
know
as well
why
just
you're
be-
getting hung up on this.
it might as well just be like,
So what?
it's just not what I like from fantasy. It's just medieval. It's not fantasy. It's
Yeah.
medieval.
Right.
Right. Which is the boring part of fantasy to me.
But
Like, I want bright colors and beautiful landscapes, not dark forests and snow and no magic and dragon eggs that don't hatch.
okay. Yeah, I don't really know what
Those direwolves are cool, though. I like those.
I guess I don't really understand why, like, what does it matter if it's just a medieval show?
It's because it's just not what I like. It's like, well, what does it matter if it's just a country song? Well, I don't like country songs. It's not...
Okay.
You can have a good country song, and I'm still not going to like it because I don't like country. It's the same reason I don't like... I don't watch any crime shows. Like, I don't care if Criminal Minds is a good show. It's still a cop show, and I don't like them.
I started watching Sherlock.
Yeah? How's that?
It's all right.
Yeah?
It's cool. It's just the episodes are 90 minutes long.
That's a long time.
That's fucking insane.
That's some SNL bullshit.
SNL.
Yeah, SNL is an hour and a half long.
Really?
Yeah, every week.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
I
crazy. They should really cut it down by half an hour and make better sketches.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Yeah?
It was probably better than SNL.
Yeah? SNL's alright.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Mm,
It is.
okay.
But it's only alright, usually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about any other form of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah?
So
I've read some of the books.
I don't really have any way to compare it. So I don't.
Kind of weird, like real. The books are It's hard to explain. Sherlock Holmes is a fucking dickhead in the books.
Okay.
Like, he's a real asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
He kind of is in the show,
yeah,
too.
like, I remember when I was a kid, there was a Sherlock Holmes series that I used to watch on PBS or something.
Uh-huh.
And, like, it was or something like that. And Watson and
He was just,
Sherlock
like,
would
the
always be
best
going
guy.
around. No, he wasn't. It wasn't that he was the best guy. It's just, I guess he kind of was. I remember he always would go, when Watson would say something, he would always go, like, elementary, Watson. But what elementary
That's
means
the thing he says.
Yeah. What elementary means is, yeah, an idiot could see that, Watson.
Right.
But the tone that he used was like, great job, Watson. So for years, like, I just kind of associated that with, like, he was complimenting Watson, but he's really just being a dick when he says that.
Actually, I would like to revise. I don't think Sherlock... The show is called Sherlock.
Yeah.
I don't think... Oops. I don't think Sherlock is, like, an asshole
Yeah.
as much as he is just, like, very oblivious to... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not.
He
not
just
good
kind
with social cues.
He's like, you know, he's just in his own head. Like, it's all about him solving the mystery.
Is he addicted to opium in the show? Sherlock Holmes is a big opium guy.
He was like he's like a recovering addict.
Okay.
Or I don't know, how are you supposed to refer to people that had a drug problem that are clean now?
Future drug addicts.
Because I don't think you're supposed to say recovered, because the idea
It's
is that you're
recovering,
never
yeah.
truly past it or
The
whatever.
dumb idea they have is that you're. No, it's it's recovering.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also doesn't smoke a pipe,
He doesn't smoke a pipe,
but
okay.
he uses nicotine patches.
What?
I think that's supposed to be like
Wait, what?
I think that's
It's like a new thing that they had in the 1800s?
no, it's in modern day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea.
He was using proto-nicotine patches. So I think that's like the way they address it's like, how could he smoke a pipe? Because you can't smoke anywhere in London anymore. It's like, he uses patches. So that's a thing.
Okay.
I think, and it's sort of like, you know, like the police will get his help sometimes when they need him. You know,
Yeah.
Detective Inspector Lestrade.
Yep, nailed
But
it.
they all hate him,
Right.
you know, because he,
Not very nice.
right, because he's, you know, because he's weird and also really condescending
Yeah.
to the police officers.
Yep.
And I think, like, they, you know, like they call him a psychopath, and he's like, it's high-functioning sociopath, get it right. Something
Yeah.
like that, and it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's,
He's the original Dexter, but without the murder. Or without the murder on the that end.
right.
Until Watson has to kill him.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I really liked the first episode. It's a bummer when the episodes are 90 minutes,
Yeah.
because then when you're not really into an episode, it's a long time of not being into it.
Yeah. Is
That's
it's a British show.
right.
How many episodes are in a season?
I don't remember.
Okay. And halfway through the season, does Watson
Sherlock
kill
dies.
Sherlock? And you
Yes,
have to
and then-
you have to finish the entire season as Watson and Sherlock's dog.
Yes. Man. Yeah, and Watson is played by the guy whose name I don't remember, but he was from The Office.
Ooh, he's great.
Are you being serious?
No.
Oh.
You're talking about Ricky Gervais, right?
Yep. I thought it was an odd choice, but it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Every time Sherlock notices a new
Yeah.
clue, he cackles like a madman. Watson does.
Yeah. Is Ricky Gervais kind of like a weird douche now? Is that like his? He's really giving off that vibe.
I don't really follow the. I don't
Okay.
know the comings and goings of.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
I don't know. I feel like every time I see him talking about anything, and I think that he's hilarious and one of the funniest people in the world. But
Okay.
he every time that he's talking, he gives off an air of like, well, I'm the funniest person in the world, and it's really kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Where are you getting this from?
Like talk shows and stuff. I feel like because he kind of got really famous really quick and also not too long ago.
Okay.
And I don't know, he just feels kind of like really into how funny he thinks he is. But not in a way that's fun. I don't know, maybe it's me.
I wish I had I wish I had more experience with Ricky Gervais.
I thought you were like a Ricky Gervais guy.
I mean, I've watched like a lot of his shows. And
Have you
stuff.
seen Extras?
Yeah.
I can't find anywhere to watch that.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh man.
It was really hiding.
I think it might have been taken off Netflix then, because I look for it every once in a while.
Yeah, Extras is great. I was gonna say Netflix is great. But, I mean, Netflix is great.
Netflix is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And stop complaining about it, weirdos. $8 a month, watch fucking whatever you want. Stop it. Stop being mad. Right? It's just me?
Huh?
Is it just me?
I don't think anyone's mad about Netflix anymore. I think they got over that.
I saw something recently about it.
I think for whatever reason I somehow ended up looking at the Netflix stock.
Yeah.
I think it dropped 60% this year.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot of percents.
Yeah.
You
know what that means? Buy Netflix stock.
I don't know. Like,
What are they gonna do? Disappear?
Maybe?
No.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
See, I get the impression that
Because
it was
it's already like Kleenex.
But
like,
Netflix
it's
Netflix lives and dies by its licensing deals. So if
Right.
they lose all their deals, they're useless.
Right. Like people know, like the only online streaming thing that people know are Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah.
Which are two totally different services. So it's kind of like
They're a little
like-
similar.
because one's new TV and one's old TV. Like because I have both. I have Hulu Plus and I also have Netflix.
Yeah, but it's
and
just-
they're two I use them for two totally different.
But it only takes flipping a switch to be Hulu to be old and new TV and Netflix to be no TV.
Right. But same thing goes in reverse. Like it's
Yeah, but
I don't think.
Hulu is like a conglomeration of different TV networks.
I guess what I'm saying is people
and
already
Netflix is
say
independent.
Netflix it. Like that's a thing people say.
Really?
That doesn't like go away because people were mad at you for a year.
No, what I'm saying is...
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta itch
But
my nose.
because they live and die by
No,
their
I'm not-
licensing deal.
no,
but
no,
people
no.
want to be on Netflix because of
You're-
how like universal it is. Like you're not gonna give people because that's the first place people look for your stuff is on Netflix.
That's true, but if you don't think you're getting nearly enough money from it, you don't really care. Like I just wonder if Netflix is going to end up being like the really awesome thing that got away with charging almost nothing for a lot of great content early on before everyone wised up to this whole like streaming television and movies thing.
Yeah.
And then like we're gonna end up paying like almost as much as like cable bills and stuff to get this in the future. And it's gonna be like, holy shit, remember when no one knew anything about streaming television and movies and you could pay $8 a month for Netflix?
But I don't think you can get away with that with like because it's once it's easier
piracy,
to
though.
once
Yeah.
it's easier to pirate something than
That's
it
true.
is to pay a little bit for it, then people are just gonna pirate it. Like $8 is a month is
That's
$8 a
true.
month is pretty much like the perfect amount for
Yeah.
to really curb piracy. I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Like man, I used to pay $8 a month to get all these shows, and now I have to pay $70 a month or get it for free.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, what? I can't just run through the geometry like Sonic 06? Come on.
Sorry, bro.
That's some bullshit.
But I don't know much about stocks, but if I learned anything about them,
Okay.
it's probably get a little bit of Netflix something.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I do remember back in December or something. I saw someone like tweeting or something. I don't think I was using Twitter back then. But anyways,
Yeah, you were
some-
against it.
someone was like, they talked about how Netflix added Jingle All the Way to instant streaming on like December 28th, and they were like, this perfectly embodies every Netflix decision throughout the past year.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a fun movie. That's all I have to say. It's a fun movie.
I don't know.
What the fuck? I mean, it's terrible. It is a bad movie, but it's one of those fun bad ones.
Sinbad's character is kind of funny.
Was he? He's like the mail worker.
Yeah, he's a postal worker guy. Yeah, what a weird movie.
It's a really weird movie.
But man, all that Netflix stuff last year was nuts.
Yeah.
Like Quickster and
that was insane. The Quickster thing.
like it. I got the sense,
and it's by insane I mean like it was just a bad idea.
Yeah, I got the sense that they were just trying to cut their dead weight. Like they were like Quickster was like their way of putting the DVD rental business out to die.
Yeah, because originally like what they had was brilliant, which was like get everybody subscribed to Netflix, getting DVDs for a couple days in the mail, and then slowly start rolling out the online watch instantly streaming service that they've been building up for years, and then slowly take away the DVDs when they think people are ready to not want DVDs anymore.
Well, a lot of it had to do with just that when Netflix started, like, just like bandwidth and stuff was just not there to do streaming.
But that's what they always wanted to do, was stream, probably, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, like, confirmed or not, but
it kind of was.
It was the only problem with their plan was thinking people were going to be super ready to get rid of their DVDs, like, sooner than, like, people still have CRT monitors and 15-year-old computers.
No, I mean, I'm sure they saw the numbers. They have the numbers, I would assume. Unless no one at Netflix is looking at numbers, they're just like, we like to play by feel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure, they see how many people are doing only streaming and stuff. I mean, I certainly have no interest at all in...
Yeah, absolutely none.
Yeah. Just like the very few times when I go to Netflix to see a movie and it's like, hey, you should...
DVD only basically means we don't have this. Like,
Exactly.
DVD only? Well, I'll find it somewhere else, I guess.
DVD only is like when you went to rent like a game tape at your local video store.
Yeah.
But like they only had the box on the shelf and not like the thing with the cartridge.
We know what this game is, but we don't have it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which, by the way, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Every time that happened, you're like, "Oh, this game I want." Oh, it's just the empty cardboard box.
Yeah.
Oh.
Video games.
Oh, Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. What I meant was OnLive.
OnLive. What about it?
You've been hearing about this stuff, right?
Yeah, they let go half their employees and sold themselves to their own company.
I thought it was all of them.
No, they kept some.
Oh man,
they basically sold themselves to another company.
Hold on,
that
Keith.
they started or something.
Keith.
Yeah.
We have to take a break. I hope we remember to talk about OnLive when we come back.
Okay.
So before we took a break, we were talking about OnLive. Do you still want to talk about that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. That was super loud just then.
I'm so sorry.
Because I thought of something better to talk about.
Okay.
Then I forgot about it. So,
wow, man. That's why I write stuff down. Maybe you'll remember.
What I was trying to think about was, I was trying to remember if there was, and if I can recall you ever liking any TV drama. Because it doesn't really seem like it seems like you don't really like that.
It's really hard to hold my interest with the drama. I watched
get that.
4 seasons of House, but again, like Hugh Laurie's really funny, so
House sucks.
I'm really having a hard time thinking of any drama that I've watched.
Yeah. Like the only thing I could even think of that came close was like the X-Files.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love the X-Files.
But that goes right along with like Doctor Who. It's like
that's right.
That's
it's funny.
Not
it's funny and
drama.
campy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a Monster of the Week show.
Yeah.
So
a 24 episode season with
Just sad. I
3
want you to
episodes
like.
of story.
I want you to like
Game of Thrones
Game of Thrones
and Breaking Bad. I don't like that either. I like Breaking Bad more than I like Game of Thrones.
Well, that's fucked up because Breaking Bad is not that good.
it's pretty good. They're both pretty good. Like I don't love either of them.
But
I
you know
don't
what?
hate either of
You
them.
know what the problem is though? I
What?
think you've seen more Breaking Bad than Game of Thrones. Like, I think Game of Thrones is a show
to
that
be
gets,
honest-
I think Game of Thrones is a show that gets better as it goes on, and I think Breaking Bad gets worse.
Yeah, the pilot of Breaking Bad was one of the best pilots I've ever seen. I loved the pilot, and then everything after that, I was kind of like, this is all just not as good as the pilot.
The pilot? Oh wow! All the way back here, man. I'm fucking this up hard.
I watched the first season of Falling Skies. That was a sci-fi drama.
Well, I was gonna say Breaking Bad and the pilot especially, just a big old bummer. Just
A Breaking Bad?
mad bummer. God damn it.
Yeah,
just
I don't
in
know.
general.
I don't know what it is about like drama TV that I don't like. I like movies that aren't like I can watch movies that aren't comedies. I watch them all the time. Yeah, what are some dramas that you've watched?
TV?
Yeah, TV wise.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
And Breaking Bad, I'm in the 3rd season. Like, I only made it through the 2nd season because I had heard that the 3rd season is a lot better.
Yeah.
And so far, it is not delivering.
Can I tell you something?
You know what
I've heard that the
say?
3rd season is worse, so I guess it's one of those things where people have different opinions, huh?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say this about... Okay, Breaking Bad, I just want to clarify. I think it's a good show.
Yeah, I also do.
It is just it is not at all like the best show on television that everyone keeps saying. It just isn't. Like,
Can we
it's
be
not,
honest? It's not. It is one of the best shows on television. It's just that there's not a lot of good shows on television.
No, there are plenty of good shows.
There's like
What the hell?
there's like 10 or so incredible shows, and then the rest is like
10 or so incredible shows.
Yeah.
That's like an all-time high for television.
Yeah. But Breaking Bad is included in that. It's definitely top 10 of those 10.
Yeah, sure. But like, I don't have time.
What are you watching that you think is better than Breaking Bad?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
is way better.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not watching a lot of shit either.
Yeah.
But it just, everyone like talks about Breaking Bad like every episode is fucking incredible. Like, I could never watch Breaking Bad on a week-to-week basis because it could not possibly hold my interest for that long. Like, I've only been able to get through Breaking Bad because of the autoplay feature in Netflix now.
To be
where it just
fair, I
keeps
did
playing the
did
episodes.
basically marathon the first season in like a day.
Yeah, the first season I liked a lot more than like the first season ends with the whole thing with Tuco, and it kind of it sets it up like the second season is gonna be all about like their dealings with Tuco. I'm like, that's gonna be interesting, and it is super interesting for the first 2 episodes of the second season, and then Tuco goes away.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well,
That exploding stuff was cool though, right?
what?
Remember when he went in with the exploding stuff?
Huh?
Stuff that goes. Remember he had like the fake exploding meth.
Yeah.
That was like really cool. That was like the coolest thing that I've seen so far in that show. Where they beat up Jesse and put him in the hospital. I was like, who
yeah.
did this? He's like,
Yeah, that was the highlight of the show,
right?
For sure. Like,
And then, because that's the problem with the show is that it has these moments of like the show starts and Walter White is like this guy. He's like not. His whole thing is that he's like not a man. Like he's just he's like a super vanilla.
You know what it is?
Teacher, intellectual, whatever. And it's the first season is building him up as this real like this hard ass, and then it comes to that like crescendo where he goes in and blows up a building with fake meth he invented.
That's awesome.
And then it was awesome. And then it kind of like reverts back to him kind of being like it keeps doing that where each season is him building up to being a badass, but it never sticks. Or at least it hasn't as far as I've
It's
watched.
like they keep trying to make him a badass, but like their version of him being a badass is just him being an unbelievable douchebag to everybody around him. He's just utterly unlikable in every possible way, and not in like a gangster movie, like kind of rooting for the bad guy kind of way. You just genuinely dislike everything he says and does.
Right.
It's like, man. And in like moments like that, it does have these like brief moments of like excitement,
right?
But they just become fewer and farther between as the show goes on, and just more and more of his wife and his just like him trying to hide it from his family. And
I think we talked about that. That's the part that I really don't get. Like I think all the like his descent into meth cooking and selling, that was way more believable than the shit that his wife was getting mad about. Like, you smoking pot, I'm gonna be all mad about it and talking to my stupid, really weird klepto sister.
Yeah, I mean it gets less ridiculous.
Yeah, but the problem is she's just as mad at him for smoking pot as she eventually is for him like finding out that he's a meth cooker. Like it's the same level of frustration. It's not.
It's not really.
It is.
You didn't? Did you get to that part? How much have you watched?
I'm like season 3, episode 4 or something.
Oh, we're like in the same part then.
Yeah.
It's too bad because this episode's over. Hey Keith, do you want to talk about more Breaking Bad at 2 episodes from now?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, you know what the internet's gonna love? Us talking shit about the show they like.